Broadcast tonight, we cover the upcoming Black Experience show taking place right here at SHIP.
And we have an exclusive look at Apple's newest iPhone release.
All that and more right now on SUTV News. Good evening and welcome back to this week's broadcast with the latest news. I'm Haley Galaskas.
And I'm Maddie Shively. Shippensburg University is hosting a Black History Month showcase. Rhythm and Roots, the Black Experience tribute, celebrates the resilience, creativity, and enduring power of African Americans across the world through music, dance, drama, and more. The event will be taking place this Saturday at 3 p.m. in the University Memorial Auditorium. It's free and fully open to the public, so consider stopping by. Are you interested in ballroom dancing or just want to try something new? The Loras Performing Arts Center will host a spring ballroom course. The 6-part beginners course will take place every Monday during the month of March at 5:30. If you are familiar with ballroom dance, it would be beneficial to attend the advanced course at 6:30. The course is $35. You will learn tango, cha-cha, swing, and foxtrot, and will be taught by Frank Hancock. If dancing isn't for you, but you're curious to know what post-college life may look like, on March 6th at 7:30 at the Loras Performing Arts Center, Greg Warren will discuss his troubled experience that led to his newfound art in comedy. Stay tuned to the Loras website for more events coming to Shippensburg.
Tuesday night, the IM Volleyball Competitive Championship took place in the Rec. The two teams, Sloot Gang and Tajma Balls, played a thrilling best-of-3 match. Tajma Balls, led by Kyler Everly, took the first set 28-26, setting the tone that it would be a close matchup. Sloot Gang, led by Derek Warfel, took the second set 25-20. In the third and final set, Tajma Balls had a resounding victory, winning 25-10. Congratulations to the winning team. If you missed out on playing volleyball or basketball, there's still time to register for flag football and kickball. Set to start April 7th, just visit imleagues.com. Shippensburg man was arrested for stalking an unnamed victim that is said to be his ex-girlfriend. Before noon on January 23rd, Chambersburg police received a disturbance call in the parking lot of Chick-fil-A on Norland Avenue. The Shippensburg stalker was identified as Logan Eugene Orndorff. Orndorff had recent convictions, including assault against the same victim. He pleaded guilty on February 15th of 2023 on simple assault charges. On January 23rd of 2025, he was arrested for stalking, repeatedly committing acts to cause fear, and false imprisonment. Orndorff has a monetary bail of $5,000 and is awaiting a preliminary hearing set for March 4th of 2025.
Ramadan starts Friday, February 28th and will continue until Saturday, March 29th, where practicing Muslims will be fasting from dusk to dawn. This also involves prayer late into the night. Students may be hungry, tired, and dehydrated in classes, especially if they have later classes. The Office of Inclusion, Belonging, and Social Equity is purchasing green sustainable boxes for students to take home food. If students would like a green sustainable box, they should contact Dr. Manuel Ruiz at mruiz@ship.edu before Thursday, February 27th at noon. Students will be required to show their ID at Aramark to pick up their sustainable box. Students will also be able to use their meal swipe to receive a meal in Reisner within the hours of operation to eat before dawn or after sunset.
Coming up next, we have the latest on an attempted terrorist attack in Israel.
And we have a shocking story on how a crime turned into a fortune.
Stay tuned for more after.
Are you failing a class or don't know what you're doing? You're in luck. Shippensburg Primary Academic Resource Center is free to all SHIP students. The Student Success Center, also known as the Learning Center, is located on the first floor of Mowry Hall. The center provides a variety of services, including course-based tutoring, writing tutoring, and learning specialists. To schedule an in-person or Zoom appointment, visit the Student Success Center Collaborative website, ship.campus.eab.com. I'm Will Nicholson with SUTV.
Here at Multicultural Student Affairs, we value every student. No matter your race or ethnicity, you are guaranteed a home here. MSA offers many resources: a place to study, a place to meditate, a place to socialize, or a safe place to communicate issues or talk with a faculty member. Come down to Gilbert Hall today and join our family. Our roots run deep. Why not grow together? This is a public service announcement from MSA.
Are you having a hard time focusing on your work? Why not check out the Ezra Lehman Memorial Library? The library has many resources like the IT desk on the main floor. For computer assistants, see the experts. Need to print in black and white or color? Don't worry, the library offers both options on different floors. You can use the bottom floor for group work and the top floor for when you need silence. Don't forget to stop by Starbucks. Check out library.ship.edu for more information. This is a public service announcement from SUTV.
It's time to take a trip around the globe with Jaden Pullman in this week's World News.
Three empty buses have exploded in Israel in an attempted terrorist attack. The explosions happened in a parking lot where the buses were parked in the city of Bat Yam on Thursday night. No casualties or injuries were reported as a result of the explosions. Devices were also found on two other buses but had failed to explode. Police said the devices were found written with messages indicating they were placed in response to the IDF operations in Israel. Israel police have arrested 2 Jewish Israelis and a Palestinian in connection with the explosions. Public transportation has since returned to normal as Israel police continue to investigate. Pope Francis's health condition remains critical but stable as he is being treated for double pneumonia. The Pope has shown slight but promising improvement in chest CT scans with a, quote, normal progression of the pulmonary inflammatory picture, end quote, according to the Holy See press office. He is also receiving treatment for early-stage kidney failure. The Pope has been hospitalized at Rome's Agostino Gemelli Hospital and is now on the 13th night of his stay. Many prayer initiatives have been held in hope for the Pope's recovery. A hospital holy hour has been established in the Eternal City as well as outside the Vatican and throughout the world. Pope Francis received the Holy Eucharist this morning and is remaining devoted to work activities as he continues his stay. A bizarre twist in a theft case out of France, where a man whose credit card was stolen is actually grateful for the crime. And it gets stranger. He's offering to split a lottery jackpot with the very thieves who robbed him. Jean-David Estelle's car was broken into earlier this month in Toulouse, France, and his credit card was used to buy a few items, including a lottery ticket. That ticket, a winner, worth €500,000. Instead of pressing charges, Estelle wants to find the thieves who are believed to be homeless and share the money. His lawyer calls it a miracle for both sides, but says police haven't been able to track them down. He went on to say, quote, without my client's credit card, the ticket wouldn't have been bought. But without the thieves, he wouldn't have had one. My client is hoping they come forward to make a deal, end quote. So far, no sign of the mystery thieves, but Estelle and his wife already have big plans for their share of the winnings, a brand new house. The United Kingdom has suspended aid to Rwanda over the conflict in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Rwanda has been allegedly supplying the M23 rebel group with resources. Last month, M23 took over the cities of Goma and Bukavu. Though Rwanda denies these claims, the nation now is actively engaged in the conflict, saying that fighting near the Rwandan border is a threat to Rwanda's security. More than 7,000 people have died since the conflict began, with hundreds being displaced from their homes. Rwanda's foreign ministry has described the United Kingdom sanctions as punitive measures. As the conflict in the DRC continues to escalate, the world powers are searching for an answer to this humanitarian disaster. Nearly 300 Asian migrants who were deported by the U.S. are locked inside of a hotel in Panama. The migrants started arriving in Panama earlier this month, all under the impression that they were actually being taken to Texas, according to attorney Ali Harashi. They all stayed in the Decapolis Hotel for days without being allowed outside. Panamanian President Jose Raul Molino denies any mistreatment toward the migrants. Last week, about 97 migrants were taken out of the hotel into a remote holding camp. This took place after a New York Times report exposed the treatment of those stranded in the hotel. The site they were taken to is described as tough and dirty with limited access to medication and internet. Migrants have reportedly started to volunteer to be sent back to their countries of origin, and some have already left the Decapolis Hotel. This has been World News. I'm Jaden Pullman. Now back to Maddie and Haley at the desk.
Thanks, Jaden. Up next, we'll find out if this sweet spring weather is here to stay.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's scary that it can be put into anything. We can't even see it or notice it.
There's been another deadly shooting at a local elementary school. According to authorities, the suspect acquired the gun from a family member's home before using it to take the lives of innocent children and teachers.
Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Thanks for hearing me out, bro.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
You know, Maddie, I can't lie. The weather we've had this week hasn't been that bad at all. You know, my prayers from last week have not been answered, but I'm okay with this change.
It's very true. I've appreciated not being beaten around by the wind and the cold this week.
You can say that.
With that said, let's hand it off to Caroline Cooper with your weekly weather report.
Thank you, Haley and Maddie. You know, I just have to say I have been so grateful for the weather this week. It has been just amazing. Remember how I mentioned that I was going to wear t-shirts and shorts this week? I did. I have just been loving it. And as you can tell, we also have the sunset back here as well. Past 7 p.m. we've got light. This is crazy. I can't believe it at all. Anyway, today's weather was pretty nice, but it wasn't as warm as the past week has been, and we had a lot of cloud coverage as well and some wind gusts too. Tonight our temperature is dropping down to 23 degrees, so really it's not t-shirt weather. We have a lot of wind tonight, and we have a chance of snow and rain as well, about 45% chance. Looking into tomorrow, we'll also have a chance of rain tomorrow morning, but the high will be 49 degrees and there will be much less wind as well. Going into the weekend, Saturday, we'll be seeing a lot of sun. It'll be partly sunny, the temperatures in the high 40s as well, but going into Sunday, the temperatures are dropping. We're going back down to 33-degree weather, 33 high, so get those sweaters back on. Going into Monday, the temperature's coming back up. We're gonna see the sun again, but again, there's gonna be a lot of wind as well. Tuesday into Wednesday, the temperature is coming up into the 50s and 60s, but Wednesday we are going to be expecting a lot of rain, so make sure that you pack your umbrella. It's a 90% chance of rain. And then into Thursday, the rain is going away, and we'll be seeing a little bit more of the sun with a high of 47 degrees, and that will go into Friday as well. So I don't know about you, but if you want to get drenched on your walk across the quad, then you don't bring an umbrella, but if you don't, then make sure you come prepared. That's all I have for this week's weather. I'm Caroline Cooper. Now over to Lex with entertainment.
Apple has officially unveiled its latest smartphone, the iPhone 16e. While consumers won't be able to purchase it until February 28th, the company has released key details about the device. The new product takes a different approach compared to recent models, with the phone featuring a single rear camera with only 2 color options as well, black and white. Apple offers 3 storage options with prices ranging from $599 to $899. The iPhone 16e does not include some of the advanced features seen in Apple's high-end models. However, its pricing structure places it as a mid-range option within the company's lineup. As the release date approaches, consumers looked forward to seeing how the iPhone 16e fits into Apple's lineup and whether its simplified design meets their needs. Official news has been released about the upcoming sequel to one of the most beloved animated movies of all time. The official teaser for Shrek 5 was released today. The teaser poked fun at memes related to Shrek, as well as revealing the returning cast. Mike Myers is returning as Shrek, along with Cameron Diaz returning as Fiona. Eddie Murphy is coming back as the iconic donkey, and it has been announced that Zendaya will be joining the cast as Shrek's daughter. Shrek 5 will be released in Christmas of 2026. Rumors have been circulating around that the classic sci-fi show Doctor Who. Following the release of the most recent season, there have been concerns over the show's cancellation. Viewership of the latest season was very poor. Lead actor Ncuti Gatwa has also been said to be leaving the show. A report then claimed that the series could be going on a near 10-year break. However, a recent statement has denied the show's cancellation and confirmed that a third season will be coming. The second season, starring Ncuti Gatwa, will be coming later this year. Still, the future of this classic show has been left largely uncertain. Amazon MGM Studios is now taking creative control of the James Bond franchise. After 60 long years, the producers of the films, Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli, have created a joint venture with Amazon and remain co-owners. Amazon bought MGM in 2022 for over $8 billion, and as a result, the rights to distribute all 27 films based on the original Ian Fleming novels. There have been hints released for the new James Bond film, but Daniel Craig will not be returning for his 5th movie. Disney Star Wars has released a trailer for the next season of the hit show Andor. The trailer came out this past Monday and has already surpassed 5 million views on YouTube. Andor's first season garnered a lot of praise from fans and critics alike for its dramatic and well-written style. This new season looks to be more action-packed and feature more familiar characters from the Star Wars films. The first 3 episodes will be launching on Disney Plus on April 22nd. Fans everywhere are already looking forward to the premiere. This has been Lex Boyd with your official entertainment news. And now back to Maddie and Haley at the desk.
Thanks, Lex. Up next, we have the latest in ship sports.
Stay tuned.
Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving. I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
The Raiders lacrosse team was back in action Wednesday afternoon at Robb Sports Complex. The Raiders had a big day behind a few key performances from all over the field. Starting in the net, Kayla Vosberg celebrated her 500th save from a huge celebration from her teammates. Her twin sister Sarah also had a big day from the front of the offense with 5 goals and 3 assists on the day. The Raiders jumped out to an 8-4 lead at halftime and kept the same consistency throughout the second half. Maddie Pomachon had 4 goals in her own to keep the pace for the Raider offense. The Raiders finished the win with a score of 16-8. The lacrosse team is back in action on Saturday at Holy Family. Catch the action online. Ship Baseball wins a doubleheader last weekend with 2 thrilling walk-offs. During Game 1, the score was tied up until the 7th inning before both teams went head-to-head during the final frame. During the 7th inning, Kyle Goblethorpe singled to give the Raiders the winning run. During Game 2, the Raiders fell behind until a thrilling turnaround during the bottom of the 8th inning. Gio Calmia smashed a game-tying 3-run triple to cap a 4-run 8th inning. Both teams' pitching shut down the 9th inning, setting up another extra inning finish for the Raiders. In the bottom of the 10th inning, A.J. Wenrick singled down the line, bringing Will Oates home to give the Raiders a win with a score of 8-7. The Raiders are back at home this weekend for a doubleheader against Eckerd. Softball had their home opener this past weekend with a doubleheader against Slippery Rock on Sunday afternoon in the windy conditions. The Raiders split the 2 games with a Game 1 ending in extra innings by a score of 5-4. Alicia Ball pitched Game 1 and tallied 11 strikeouts in her home debut with only 2 runs given up. As for Game 2, the Raiders pounced on Slippery Rock early and took an 8-1 lead by the 4th inning behind some stellar offensive outputs. The Raiders had 5 walks in the inning and put up 6 runs despite only having 2 hits that inning. The final score ended with a 9-1 win for the Raiders to split the doubleheader. Softball will be back in action Saturday at home for another doubleheader, this time against Pace. Catch the action in person or in the PSAC Sports Digital Network. Women's tennis competed this weekend in Buffalo against Damon, falling to 5-2 on Saturday. While Damon is a top-tier opponent, Shippensburg won at number 5 and number 6 singles, as well as scored a third-set tiebreaker. Senior Brooklyn Rubert scored a 6-2 win in her second set following a 6-2 loss in the first, and was the tie-breaking win in the third set with a 10-6 advantage in the number 5 singles. At the number 6 singles, sophomore Ava Callist won her tiebreaker set with a score of 10-11. Women's tennis will be hitting the road again this weekend, starting tomorrow at Bowie State. The MLB season is almost here as every team has headed down to Florida for spring training with lots of new faces and some new uniforms. Starting in the Big Apple, as the newest New York Met, Juan Soto began his debut in the spring with a home run deep center field to start his career in the Queens. Moving to Boston, Alex Bregman started his Red Sox debut with a homer of his own to add a RBI double as well as his first game with the Sox. Moving out west, newest international sensation Roki Sakiso begins his Dodgers career with some practice at the bats against some top prospects across the league. The MLB season will begin at the end of March as many baseball fans await the return of America's favorite pastime. That's all for sports this week. I'm Walker Stutz. Now back to Maddie and Haley at the desk.
Coming up next, this week's Ship Talk segment asks Shippensburg students about their favorite professors.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Let's see what students have to say. Here with more is SUTV's Tatiana Steele.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Ship Talk. I am Tatiana Steele, and now that we're at the halfway point of the semester, we are asking students around campus who their favorite professor is.
My favorite professor this year has to be Dr. Senecal for History 105. She's super chill. I love all of her lectures and stuff. We're talking about ancient Rome. She's really cool. So Dr. Senecal.
My favorite professor is Dr. Lev because he's cool and awesome even though he's not on campus this semester.
My favorite professor is Dr. Dow because he's always so happy.
My favorite professor is Dr. Nows because she's like fire. I love her.
My favorite professor, I say, is probably Dr. Shipes because she's just a really nice person and it's helped me through getting past my classes. And it's just, her class was actually pretty fun. We watched like a movie and we learned a lot about it, so.
My favorite professor is probably Dr. Armstrong, and that's just because I enjoy his teaching style and how little homework he gives.
My favorite professors have got to be the psych department professors because they have been all very supportive and really fun to work with.
I love hearing about everyone's favorite professors. I love Dr. Sipes as a professor, but my favorite professor is going to have to be Dr. Knight in the Human Comp department. How about you, Haley?
It's really hard to narrow it down, but I know one of my favorite professors is at home sick right now. So I hope you're watching. J-Lo from the communications department, we love and we miss you.
Feel better, J-Lo. Thank you for spending your evening with us here at SUTV. I'm Maddie Shively.
And I'm Haley Galaskis. Join us next week for the latest news on and off campus. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SUTV News and check out our website, sutvnews.org.
Thank you and have a good night.